lads, this is CFC Vlogger here, and I'm just in a bit of a transfers video at the moment, so you know, it's just a few of the rumours and completed transfers for this week. So I'm going to start with a few rumours. Obviously, rumours is where it's at the moment, as it most of the time is in the transfer window. There hasn't been many huge signings this week, but there's been a lot of big rumours. The Gareth Bale to Real Madrid has really heated up. It's near enough going to be apparent, according to most sources. It's near done. So you can see that being done over the next week, maybe. Yeah. So it's probably going to be sealed by some time in the next week. So by this time next week, Bale's probably going to be a Real Madrid player. So you know, I mean, price tag probably will be overpaid, but there's no doubt he's going to play well for him, no doubt at all, because he is a quality player. 90 million for him too much? Definitely. He's not more than Ronaldo. He's not more than, you know, he shouldn't be nowhere near 90 million. I mean, maximum like 70. You know, if Ronaldo's was valued at 80, I know that was a long time ago, but I just don't see how Gareth Bale, who, I mean, he's had good seasons, but he's had one amazing season. He had very good seasons, but only one extremely good season. That was last season. Obviously, he had a really good season, but you know, is he worth 90 million? I don't think so. I think 70 mil max. And you got the Willian saga, and this is a weird one because at the beginning of the week it looked like he was going to Liverpool. Looked like Liverpool had the deal near wrapped up. And then Spurs come in and they say, you know what, we want Willian now. And then the Willian Spurs, you know, don't see coming. No, we're having now. So you know, it's kind of like one-upmanship, really. It's like you want a team that aren't even in Europe. Oh, actually no, we've got a Europa League team here for you. Oh, now we've got Champions League. Well, not Chelsea are in Champions League. Yeah, of course that. Yeah, so you're Champions League now, so it's kind of like stepping up. And of course he's going to go for Chelsea if all three deals have come in, which they have, which sources have, which say they have, then he's going to choose Chelsea every day of the week. But you know, you've got to feel sorry for Liverpool and Spurs in that sense. I mean, Liverpool especially, I think they were close to, and that could be what gets in the Champions League placement at the end of the day, but it wasn't. But it doesn't look like they're at least likely for it to go through to them now. Also, Chelsea interested in Willian's anti teammate Samuel Eto'o. Obviously, Jose Mourinho worked with Samuel at Inter Milan, and there's no doubt Eto'o will score you goals. No doubt at all. He's getting old, yes, but he'll score you goal if you give him the right service, which Chelsea will, because you can see that in their midfield. He will score you goal after goal after goal. There's no doubt about it, because he is just that kind of player. And no matter how old you get, you never lose like touch your finish. It's just whether you can to make that, and he doesn't need to. He's got players around him that can do that for him. You know, you never lose that kind of quality. Then you got the Podolski kind of thing going to Schalke. It doesn't look likely now after Podolski proved himself against Fulham on yesterday. Podolski proved himself against Fulham, get 2 goals, 2 good finishes as well. If they can get him to keep doing that, then he'll be back to what it was like when he was at, I think it was FC Cologne he was at beforehand. And it'll be great, because I like Podolski, I think he's a good player. And if they can get him to that, then he'll be one of their best players. And then Arsenal, of course, rumour after rumour after rumour, but no completed deals. The main rumours this week, you got Johan Cabaye, Cameron Benzema, Angel Di Maria, and Michu. All of them will be good signings. Michu, I know he played really well for Swansea last year, but you shouldn't really be signing someone on one good season. You know, you look at Liverpool, they signed Andy Carroll after half a season at Newcastle, half a good season in the Premier League. With think, why? I mean, when you can't go back to Bale. Bale will be a good signing, but after one amazing season, he's worth 90 mil. No, I don't think so. And same with Michu. And someone's just saying, we're not going to sell Michu. But in reality, if a 27 million bid came in for Michu, they're going to sell him. They could get 2 or 3 really good players for their level out of 27 mil easily. So if a bid like that does come in, they're going to accept it. I think in anything up to 20, they'll probably reject. But once it starts getting close to 30, then they'll most likely accept the deal. Then we got the Real Madrid duo of Benzema and Di Maria. Also, obviously, not in Carlo Ancelotti's plans. There's been talks of them being a part of a swap deal with Suarez as well. Although it looks like Suarez is staying put. But obviously he's not actually his plans. Both of them, I think, will be good signings for Arsenal. Benzema will score goals in the Premier League if you can give him the right service, base a team around him. The thing with Real Madrid was it wasn't all about him; it was all about Ronaldo. Like Benzema needs to be at a club where he's the superstar, where he's the main man, and at Arsenal he'll be that. And then you've got Di Maria, who, I mean, I always thought, I don't watch La Liga, but whenever I've watched Real Madrid, like whether I always watch like the El Clásicos, he's always played quite well. But obviously, if they get Bale in, then I guess that's where he's going to swap into again, instead of, and then Eto'o playing now and stuff like that. So, obviously not part of Carlo Ancelotti's plans. Then you've got Johan Cabaye. I mean, 10 million is never going to get accepted for Johan Cabaye. And yes, that's just like a testing bid, like kind of like, oh yeah, well, 10, is he available? And then Newcastle saying no. But no, he'll be a good signing. But how many good signings have Arsenal been linked with? You had, Cabaye they've been linked with for a little while now, and they've been linked with Suarez and Rooney, and I think even Fabregas at one point. It's getting a bit too much. It would be better if they just get a complete transfer. And if they overspend, so what? At least they've got someone in. At least they've got their marquee signing. And that's what I don't think most Arsenal fans, if you're an Arsenal fan, put it in the comments. I don't think most Arsenal fans would care if they overspent. They'll be happy that they spent at all. So if they overspent, I don't think Arsenal fans would care much. It's not like Chelsea overspending on Torres. They get marquee signings every year, so they're free to be picky almost. But Arsenal fans will be happy to get a signing. Doesn't matter for what price. There's only been a few complete, of which are loan. Scott Sinclair to West Brom, which again, if they can get a good season out of him, it's a really good signing. You've got Puntran to Palace, obviously played for Blackpool under Ian Holloway, so Holloway obviously knows what he's getting from him. A good stand at that kind of standard. He's been playing at that standard for a good few years now, so he's good at that standard. And Johan Almanda to Norwich on loan. Again, decent signing. He'll score you a few goals. He's getting old now. I haven't seen him play since he was at Bolton, really. But he'll get you a few goals, I imagine. As I said, you never lose that finishing. You never lose that touch. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to play, whether he's going to be kind of like brought on to get him a couple of goals later on in the game or what, but it would be a good deal. And then you've got the two actual transfers in Scott Parker to Fulham, which is a really good deal. I like Scott Parker, came up from Charlton Youth Academy. Watched him, I don't really remember him that much because he moved to Chelsea like 2000, probably not even 2000. Not that I remember at least, nowhere near that I remember. And then you've got Parker is a cracking back. To Southampton, which is part of what I said about me going on a U-turn about Southampton. I'm not sure if what I said about them being relegation candidates is true now. Although they did end up losing to Sunderland, I believe. I can't remember. No, they drew with Sunderland, sorry. It was a 1-1 draw. So yeah, but Sunderland are a good team, so you know it's not the end of the world if you draw Sunderland. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I'll probably bring up another one of those out at some point this week as well. Obviously a lot of videos that I want to video out on. So it's been CFC Vlogger, and see you guys later.